I've always been really drawn to beautiful images. So I think what I love about what I do as a designer and as a creative director is getting to create different types of images with different inspiration every day. When I was very young, I started with a real interest in film and cinematography. I would have my friends come over. We'd always make little short movies. And then I would go onto the computer and start trying to make title sequences for it and all that sort of stuff. My father was amazing. He really supported my vision and my dream. So he used to record commercials and movies, and we'd play it back on the VHS slow motion, and he'd talk about the composition of the frame, he'd talk about the rule of thirds, he'd talk about the lighting, how it's making people feel. That desire to just always be creating something and always be exploring how to do something new with it. It was really organic. I was never forced by my father. He just kind of set the pieces so I would have the tools I needed. And so I started learning about 3D animation and special effects and all that sort of good stuff. And that's how I kind of got into animation. When I was at Full Sail, I met a few students that introduced me to motion graphics. And when this digital media student, who I became friends with, showed me some of the real stylized stuff that was out there, I got so excited because all of a sudden you didn't have to worry about realism, you didn't have to worry about making it believable. It could just be exciting and dynamic and weird and wonderful, and it could do anything. I think some of the nature of motion graphics as that industry is that you get more creative ownership over all of your projects, and so that really appealed to me. I didn't want to take my personal brand into a major market before I had more of a portfolio to back it up. So I came out to LA about 2.5 years after a lot of the people I graduated with. But the reel that I was able to have at that point, I got a lot of bookings right away. Once I started really freelancing, for a while I wasn't sure if that was the route that I wanted to go. I think a lot of people dream of having their own company and don't really realize what it entails. So I was very slow and cautious with the approach. My business partner and I, we met for over a year, and we both left very successful careers to start this, and it was very scary, and it could have, backfired. You can't wait until everything's perfect. So we branched out and we started it about 3.5 years ago. And we've been incredibly blessed. Right when we started the company, I won the Emmy, which got us a lot of exposure. I think part of what made that campaign special was just the kind of honest nature of it. It was really featuring people that were doing amazing things in their communities. National Geographic Channel features amazing people that have been on expeditions and all this sort of things. This celebrates everyday people whose life touches somebody or they explore some interesting avenue of life. And it was a great team that was assembled on it. The process was really telling of my experience shifting from being a hired gun artist to more of somebody that's dealing with the budget, the schedule, producing it, and executing it. So I think it was symbolic in a lot of ways of kind of where my career has gone. To reflect back on sitting down in my basement on a computer playing with very basic 3D software and learning about design and filmmaking and animation, and now to have my own studio where we get to employ people, where we have people from all over the world work here. I'm really proud of it, but I feel like I'm learning every day and I'm getting better at what I do every day. But I have a lot more that I want to create, and I feel like we're just getting started.